What if I told you this life, the one you're living right now, isn't your first, or your last? That your soul is on an epic journey, cycling through countless lifetimes, learning, growing, and maybe even carrying burdens from the past. And what if understanding this hidden cycle is the key to unlocking your true purpose and ultimate freedom? Welcome, fellow traveler, to an exploration of one of the most profound concepts found across spiritual traditions, the Wheel of Life. This isn't just an isolated event we call human existence, it's part of a grand cycle. According to this ancient view, the soul undergoes countless incarnations, each offering opportunities for growth, learning, and purification. This cycle, known as samsara in Eastern traditions, is the very stage where the soul evolves until it reaches a state of fulfillment and liberation. The mechanism driving this is reincarnation, the principle that the soul returns repeatedly to the physical world to experience new lessons and resolve unfinished learnings. Each life represents a new page, where challenges, relationships, and circumstances are carefully shaped to aid in the awakening of consciousness. It's not a random process, but a system guided by the dynamics of karma and free will. Throughout these existences, the soul may progress, stagnate, or even regress, depending on its choices and how it deals with the lessons presented. This path isn't linear but spiral-like, where patterns may repeat until understanding and transformation occur. Now, this idea isn't new, it echoes through various spiritual and philosophical traditions, each interpreting the journey through different lenses. Hinduism and Buddhism both emphasize the concept of samsara and the need to transcend this cycle through spiritual enlightenment. In Hinduism, the ultimate goal is moksha, liberation from the cycle, while in Buddhism, it's nirvana, the extinction of desire and suffering. Hermetic philosophies view the soul as a divine spark descending into material planes to acquire knowledge and self-awareness, evolving through inner alchemy to reunite with the One. Even within mystical branches of Christianity and Western mysticism, there are suggestions that the soul undergoes multiple lives for purification and return to divine union. But how does this journey unfold? Central to this understanding is the interaction between free will and karma. Karma is often misunderstood, wrongly associated only with punishment or reward. However, it's simply the law of cause and effect applied to the soul's journey. Every action, thought, and intention generates a consequence that manifests at the right time, influencing future experiences. It's a tool for learning and balance, allowing the soul to understand the impact of its choices and refine its consciousness. Free will, in turn, is the principle that allows the soul to decide how to act within the circumstances it encounters. Existence isn't rigidly predestined, the soul has the freedom to choose different paths. However, each choice carries consequences, shaping the reality experienced. Thus, karma and free will create a dynamic flow where the soul is both the author and the student of its own journey. Over multiple lifetimes, karma acts like a mirror, reflecting what still needs transformation. Challenging situations are often responses to past actions, opportunities for growth, not punishment. What one soul causes another to experience will eventually return, teaching empathy, responsibility, and wisdom. While certain aspects of life are influenced by karmic debts, free will is always present to modify patterns. Responding with love and compassion accelerates evolution, while repeating negative patterns prolongs the learning cycles. There are even different classifications: individual karma, collective karma shared by groups, instant karma, and latent karma that unfolds over lifetimes. In all cases, the law guides each being according to their own vibrations. Free will and karma are not opposing forces but complementary ones, guiding the soul toward liberation. So, why the physical world? Why this dense reality? Because material existence offers a unique learning ground. It presents contrasts, light and shadow, pleasure and pain, love and fear, creating the conditions necessary for the soul to develop discernment, inner strength, and wisdom. While the spiritual realm is fluid, the density of matter challenges the soul to act consciously. Upon incarnating, the soul plunges into the illusion of separation, temporarily forgetting its true essence. This disconnection creates individuality and the need to relate to others to relearn unity. The physical body, with its limitations and impulses, adds layers, requiring balance. Time, in its linear perception here, becomes crucial, allowing actions and effects to be experienced sequentially. Duality is a great teacher. Suffering teaches compassion, scarcity awakens gratitude, loss strengthens acceptance. These lessons couldn't be learned as profoundly without the material context. However, this density can also trap the soul in cycles of attachment and illusion, fear, excessive desire, ego identification, delaying spiritual awakening. Yet, this too is part of the journey, as each soul learns at its own pace. And this journey isn't random. Before a new incarnation, the soul actually undergoes a detailed planning period. It reviews past lives, identifies unfinished lessons, and defines future challenges and opportunities. This process is guided by the soul itself, assisted by spiritual guides. The goal is progress, balancing karmic aspects, and expanding consciousness. During this interlife phase, the soul gains a broader perspective, understanding the connections between past actions and future experiences. It recognizes patterns and selects contexts, body, family, culture, key challenges, that will best serve its growth. While seeming random from our human view, these are carefully orchestrated for maximum learning. This planning doesn't happen in isolation. Often, the soul makes agreements with other souls, establishing spiritual contracts that define significant relationships. These soul groups consist of spirits sharing affinities or karmic bonds, reincarnating together repeatedly in different roles: parents, siblings, friends, even adversaries. The purpose is mutual growth, resolving karmic patterns, and awakening consciousness. Not all interactions are harmonious. Challenges are often agreed upon to accelerate learning about patience, forgiveness, or overcoming ego. Despite this pre-incarnation planning, free will remains essential. The plan is a blueprint, not a rigid destiny. Choices made during life can alter the course, softening or intensifying challenges based on acquired awareness. The preparation for incarnation reveals life as a carefully designed experience for the soul's evolution. Before descending into the material world, the soul dwells in a state of pure consciousness, no separation, no time, no physical limits. It experiences profound unity with the whole, understanding its true nature and bond with the divine source. Unlike earthly reality, perception here is complete, free from the illusions of ego. Yet, even in this fulfillment, the soul feels a call to evolve, an impulse toward learning and expansion. This desire arises from the spirit's essence, longing for growth. Just as a seed needs earth, the soul needs incarnation to transform potential into lived wisdom. In this pre-incarnate state, the soul can revisit past experiences, observe consequences, and understand patterns needing transformation. It sees its trajectory and interconnection with all existence. It recognizes that earthly life offers unique challenges: materiality, linear time, intense emotions, valuable learning opportunities not present in their pure form in the spirit realm. Unconditional love, for example, is truly tested and understood through human interactions and difficulties. However, choosing incarnation means accepting limitations, including the veil of forgetfulness. Upon entering the physical body, the soul passes through this veil, losing direct memory of past lives and pre-birth plans. This forgetting is necessary for genuine learning, allowing the soul to experience life authentically and rediscover its inner truth without external influence. Yet, signs and intuitions are constantly sent as guidance: synchronicities, dreams, deep familiarity, subtle reminders of the planned journey. When a soul begins its first experiences in the material world, the primary focus is adaptation and survival. Spiritual consciousness is limited, identification is strong with the body and instincts. Learning is rudimentary, based on direct experimentation and immediate emotional responses. The focus is building identity and self-awareness within material constraints. These first incarnations involve fundamental challenges, dealing with fear, hunger, pain, desire for belonging. Without deep spiritual understanding, the soul acts instinctively. Morality, empathy, responsibility are not yet fully developed. As lifetimes pass, the soul experiences more complex relationships, realizing actions generate reactions. This awakens a sense of identity beyond the physical. Small flashes of consciousness emerge, sparking questions about existence and purpose. A defining aspect of early incarnations is the feeling of separation from the divine origin. Accustomed to unity, the soul feels isolated, creating an unconscious longing for its spiritual home. Without maturity, many try to fill this void with material things, delaying awakening. These first lives are about raw learning, shaping identity, building foundations. Suffering isn't punishment but part of natural growth. Over time, the soul develops empathy, compassion, and a desire for understanding beyond the immediate, paving the way for more conscious evolution. And what happens after physical death? The soul doesn't just disappear or immediately reincarnate. It goes through a transitional period in subtle planes, the interlife. Here, it reviews its past life, assimilates lessons, and prepares for the next steps. This interval varies depending on the soul's consciousness level. The first stage is often a life review, assisted by guides, where the soul sees the consequences of its actions from a broader perspective, feeling the impact it had on others. This deepens understanding of karma and spiritual growth. After the review comes rest and energetic recovery. Earthly life is demanding, and this pause restores vibration and allows lesson assimilation. Many souls remain in spiritual realms compatible with their consciousness level, reuniting with soul group members. Depending on evolution, souls might attend spiritual schools or karmic councils for guidance. Some dedicate this time to helping incarnated beings or learning new skills for their next life. Others, still attached, may linger near the material plane. The interlife is a time of learning and decision-making. Higher-level souls might even collaborate in organizing future events or assisting group evolution. For those with deep traumas, this period involves healing before moving forward. When ready, the planning for the next incarnation begins. As mentioned, the soul's journey doesn't happen in isolation. Before incarnating, spiritual contracts are made with other souls, defining key encounters based on mutual learning. Soul groups reincarnate together, taking different roles to stimulate growth and resolve karma. Some relationships are challenging by agreement, designed to accelerate learning. Free will always allows choices within these contracts, but until karmic ties are balanced, dynamics may repeat. Within soul groups, some act as mentors, guiding even when not incarnated. Understanding these contracts brings clarity to the importance of relationships. Every significant encounter is part of a grand plan of shared evolution. After the interlife, the soul plans its next incarnation based on unassimilated lessons, pending karma, and evolutionary goals, assisted by guides. The choice of life context, family, body, challenges, opportunities, is made for maximum benefit. Some choose challenging lives for resilience, others choose balanced ones to consolidate learning. Culture, historical period, physical body traits, social environment, all are carefully adjusted settings. Interactions with soul group members are also planned, creating a network of connections. Despite this detailed planning, free will remains. The blueprint has multiple possibilities, choices made during life alter the course. The planning is an act of responsibility and self-development, guiding the soul toward its true essence. But this journey through multiple incarnations isn't infinite. Its ultimate goal is to transcend the cycle of birth and death, achieving full consciousness, known as Moksha, Nirvana, or spiritual ascension. This happens when the soul matures enough to detach from the ego, karma, and duality. Initially identified with the body and desires, the soul gradually awakens to subtle realities through suffering, self-knowledge, or profound spiritual experiences. As it evolves, it cultivates compassion, unconditional love, detachment, forgiveness, wisdom. These virtues dissolve karmic patterns, breaking cycles of repetition. This journey often involves tests challenging the soul to abandon old conditioning. Liberation isn't escaping the world, it's attaining full consciousness, understanding unity, free from illusions. Reincarnation becomes a conscious choice. Some enlightened beings choose to return to help humanity, others move to higher planes. Paths to liberation vary: meditation, selfless service, studying universal laws, practicing love, seeking inner truth. Each soul follows its own route. The path is a continuous process of self-transformation. With each life, the soul can get closer to its true essence, learning to act with wisdom and love. Transcending material limitations, it exists in harmony with the Source, fully aware of its divine nature. And throughout human history, some highly evolved souls have chosen to reincarnate not out of karmic necessity but out of pure service. These enlightened masters possess full awareness and return to guide others. Their purpose isn't personal experience but serving as beacons, helping humanity transcend limitations. Masters like Buddha, Jesus, Krishna, and others transmitted universal spiritual teachings: love, compassion, forgiveness, unity. Their messages transcend dogma. Beyond these great avatars, lesser-known masters work discreetly, guiding groups, spreading knowledge. Some traditions speak of ascended beings assisting from higher planes. Their service is shown through example. Many endured challenges yet remain devoted to their mission. Their role isn't to carry others' burdens but provide tools for self-discovery. True awakening comes from inner transformation, not dependence. Understanding these masters highlights the importance of service. Anyone can contribute by sharing knowledge, spreading love, practicing compassion, becoming a channel of light. The Master's work lives on in every human choosing wisdom and awareness, promoting humanity's gradual awakening. The wheel of life, the soul's journey, the dance of karma and free will, it's a profound mystery, a sacred path of evolution. Understanding this cycle doesn't just change how we see death, it changes how we live. Each moment, each choice, each interaction becomes an opportunity for growth, for healing, for moving closer to our true, divine nature. If this exploration resonated with you, please like this video, subscribe for more journeys into the arcane, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What are your beliefs about reincarnation and the soul's journey? Until next time, remember the vastness of your own existence and the infinite potential that lies within your soul's journey. Keep seeking, keep learning, keep evolving.